Okay, welcome to Howard's Math Lessons. Today we're going to be talking about how to study math. So, a lot of people always say that math is their least favorite subject because it's super hard and you have to be like a genius to understand it. But that's not true. I think that anybody who puts enough time towards it can understand math and be good at it. And here's how I think you should study it properly. Right, so Um, first thing is that you have to understand a concept. So to understand this usually takes place in class. So when a teacher explains something, don't just copy it down. Make sure that you understand why something works and like how it fits together with everything else you've learned. Because this is the very basis of how you'll be able to learn math and how you'll be able to do the next two steps, which is practicing and applying it, right? And to understand math, really, it's just everybody learns differently, but what I like to do is I like to put specific examples of what the teacher is saying. So, for example, if the teacher is talking about um, like the Pythagorean theorem, a squared b squared equals c squared, um, it's not just a formula that you want to memorize, right? You want to see like first of all you want to trust in it, so you should plug in your own numbers. So like make like some right angle triangles and then like plug them in and then see if it works out. But also you should look up like proofs of this theorem. And if you can understand those proofs, the theorem and the concept makes a lot more sense, right? For example, you could do the square proof thing like this. There's a bunch of proofs online, and if you can search them up and understand the theorems that the teachers talk about, it deepens your understanding and it makes learning a lot easier. Okay. Now the second step that you should do is practice. So practicing just means that, okay, you've learned the theorem. So let's say we learned that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now you just want to do a lot of homework questions. So like the homework the teacher assigns, like the different problems that take like a couple of steps. For instance, they give you something like, oh, that's kind of ugly. They give you something like this, one, two, and then you have to find this angle. Just do a bunch of these questions so that you get really comfortable with this formula and you basically have it memorized. What you must do during this stage is that you also have to make sure that you have an answer key so you can check your answers, right? Because you don't want to be practicing the wrong theorem and learning like an incorrect method. So by practicing uh, these things, you're kind of getting used to the theorem, right? It becomes like muscle memory almost, right? And it also helps you with not making silly mistakes. Because if you just practice enough, like during a test, you'll be very quick and you won't be making silly mistakes. And the final thing you should do is you should apply that practice to problems. So applying to problems means that you're solving problems, but these problems aren't as one step as this, right? They're going to be more complicated and require you to think more. And these ones, I would say like each problem should take you at least 10 minutes because you need to think and apply what you learned from up here, right? And then after you have understood it and practice it, and then you can apply it, then you have mastered a concept and you've truly learned it, right? Usually I think between the three, you should be spending 15% of your time understanding. Let's say 50% of your time practicing, and then the rest of your time, 35% of your time should be applying. And like if you do this correctly, then I think you can learn math. It may take you a different amount of time to go through all these steps, but in the end, I think uh, you'll understand the concept and you'll find that math isn't about like being a genius. It's about just understanding and studying. But yeah.